on, guys? It's Jedi Joey. Welcome back to another video. So, can we just say this? It's about damn time, because we have been waiting for months and months. Part 1 came out in July, and just earlier this week they tell us, oh, we're not going to get a trailer this week, we're not going to get a trailer. We were waiting, I built my schedule, I was hoping Monday I was going to get some news, and then they tell us a couple days ago, something's coming tomorrow, you're going to get a little scavenger hunt, and we're going to reveal some pictures. Well, we found out a lot more than pictures today, but this video specifically we're going to talk only about the pictures and break them down. In the next video we'll cover the new articles about our new cast members. So, let's talk about what we know from these pictures. So in the video we're going to go over each of the pictures, and I'm going to talk about what's in said pictures. Alright, so let's start with the least interesting and least theories about to the most. Alright, so first picture we're going to look at today is, we have a picture here of Amanda, Yaya, and the students that do not get to compete in the Sekai Taikai from Miyagi-Do are having a pizza party, watching their fellow students compete, and their look on this picture, all their faces, kind of gives a feeling like worried, like they're scared for their fellow friends and teammates. And so I think that this is a pretty interesting one. It's cool they're having a little pizza party. Surprised Amanda's not at the Sekai Taikai, considering this is like a big honor for Daniel. I thought his wife would want to be right there with him. But maybe there's a specific reason why. Maybe Anthony needs to stay in school, or if Anthony didn't go to the tournament, there's a reason why she has to stay. But hopefully they'll explain that. I find that very interesting. But I still think this is the least interesting. It's cool seeing them just sit on the couch. You have Mitch there, you have Bert, you have Nate. They're all just kind of hanging out. No Kenny though, no idea what he's doing. But we do know he's going to come into part 2 at some point at the actual tournament. So we'll get into that in another video. So it looks like this is pretty interesting. We're setting the stage to a pretty cool place right here. We're setting the stage in a way that it seems like this is going to be fun. They really want to showcase the fact that this tournament's going to be global, and I really like that. Alright, the next picture we're going to look at is our 6 competitors. So you have Robbie as the captain wearing his headband, you have Miguel on his left, and Sam on his right, the female captain. They all look determined. It looks like there's a shot of them looking over the tournament. Maybe it's the first time they're seeing them react to Tori's news. Like, they just kind of look shocked to be at the global tournament. But they also look badass here. I really like seeing the vibe we're getting here, and it's really cool. I'm really liking the vibe I'm getting from everyone. And Robbie looks like a great leader here, even though I think he's going to be very conflicted because of what's going on with Tori. But then, the next photo we're going to look at is a surprising one. Like Palpatine says, a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. We have our boy, Chosen Taguchi, going into the bar, talking to Kim Da-eun. Now this is a really interesting scene because it looks like the same bar that Tori and Robbie have their intense encounter we saw inside the dojo footage. But also, we're also seeing here that this encounter between these two characters, who are on opposite sides, doesn't look that hostile. And there have been rumors that there would be an affair between these characters, but I don't believe in this leak. I believe that Chosen is going to is going to finally find his true love in Kimiko, which is why he went back to Okinawa in the first place. So I don't really think he's going to hook up with anyone. I'd be surprised if he did. So I think this is just a show of, like, they're at the bar having a drink during this tournament, maybe trying to get dirt on each other. Maybe there's going to be a fight between the two of them, and they're kind of establishing, like, oh, I'm the most ruthless sensei in my dojo. Oh, I'm the most ruthless sensei in my dojo. And kind of like basically, even though she's a woman, I think they're having like nearly my black belt's bigger than yours, aka like dick measuring competition, right? Oh, mine's bigger, my students are ruthless. I have students too, Kim. Like, I feel like that's what's going on. And so I really like this. I'm interested to see this interaction. I think the acting will be excellent, and I think it's going to be really cool. The next image we got to talk about is the most badass image of Daniel. Now, Daniel's in a fighting stance. He's got his one hand on his chest in a full-on, like, he's going to block here, and then he's got his arm here like a fist, being ready to punch. He's faced at the wall. There's blood on the wall. He's in a location here in Barcelona where it looks like he's in a fight with someone. Now, some people theorize silver, but apparently that's been debunked. I'm going to give 3 possible options here. He's either facing off against Kreese, because we know they have history that they need to settle. Facing off against Dennis, which we've heard is going to be in this season. Or he's facing off against someone we're going to talk about in our final picture, being Louis Tan, aka Sensei Wolf, which would be incredible, which we'll talk about in a minute. But I do think that it is possible he's facing off with someone. Daniel's face shows aggression, shows he's angry. It's really interesting. I'm really excited for this. It's cool seeing Daniel be this badass, and if this picture does get me excited. And then our next photo we're going to talk about is the next one we have to talk about is we got a photo of Johnny and Kreese in the standard shot that we're used to seeing in this show, where the good guy and the villain kind of have a stare down. And Johnny doesn't necessarily look pissed off, he doesn't look like angry, but it gives a vibe of the two of them kind of at odds with each other. And one thing I also want to point out, in the leaks it mentions Kreese has a knife in the tournament. Unfortunately, if you guys are worried about leaks coming true, and I don't know for sure that this is going to be confirmed, but Kreese does have that knife, so that could mean some very interesting things. I noticed he had the knife in his hand, him and Johnny having a confrontation. But what is it? It doesn't look like Johnny's that hostile, so they could just be having a conversation. Maybe Johnny and Kreese, despite they're on opposite dojos, are finally starting to see each other. Kreese kind of looks like he's tough, he's very angry. I really like the jacket he's wearing. Johnny just looks like he's focused and ready to do what he's got to do. I also want to talk about our photo of the big 3. Seeing Johnny, Chosen, and Daniel next to each other, fist bumping each other, is a moment I never thought we'd get on this show, but I love it. And we talked about all the big photos, guys. There's one photo we didn't talk about yet. So next thing we're going to talk about is John Hortz announced in all his pictures something we've been talking about on this channel for a long time. Louis Tan's character has officially been revealed as the Iron Dragon Sensei, being Louis Tan. And Louis Tan is playing Sensei Wolf. And when they talk about Sensei Wolf, they talk about how we're going to do a separate video about him later tonight after the podcast. But basically, he's going to be such an intense and amazing martial artist. We're in for a treat here. I absolutely think we're going to get some amazing stuff with him. And here we see something we've never seen. If you guys are fans of Bloodsport, we get a shot of Louis Tan shirtless with blood on him in a Bloodsport situation. I think this is going to be his introduction scene. And I think what we're going to see is Louis Tan is here in a cage fight just to show how badass he's going to be. So anyway, guys, I love these pictures. These get me really hyped for part 2. What do you guys think about this? Are you guys as excited about this as I am? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you like what I had to say here, click on the subscribe button to see more. And if you want to see more, click right over here to see more. And remember the #1 rule: make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget, if you are available to support, I would appreciate if you did enjoy the content, turning on your notifications so you never miss another video. Also, remember, you guys can also, if you really like the video and you want to support your creator, you can also drop a super thanks. You don't have to, but it is appreciated. I do have that available. And if anyone wants exclusive premium content, please make sure you guys can join my membership program. It's only $5 per month. You get a special badge for joining, and you get to pick the content I make for you on a daily basis. So let me know your thoughts. And remember, strike first, strike hard, and show no mercy. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.
Whoa!